Hello guys, in this video tutorial we are going to see how to bind event handlers in React. Why event binding is necessary in React? The reason is that how this keyword behaves in JavaScript, and it is not because of the React. So that's why because of this keyword event binding is required in React. So I am going to create a new file underneath the components folder called eventbind.js. I am going to create a class component by using the React snippet RCE and tab, and I would like to remove the named export. Now what we are going to do here is that we will be creating a button named click and a message hello above the button, and when we click on the click button the message should change from hello to goodbye. So first of all, in event bind JavaScript file we are going to create a button whose name will be click, and we save the file in the browser. So we would like to also import the event bind class in app component, and also import the event bind class in app component. So as soon as we save the files, we should be able to see the button click in the browser. Now we are going to create a constructor just before the render method in event bind class using the React snippet r const and tab. Constructor will have a call to super with props as a parameter, and we will be having a property called message initialized to hello. We save this file, and in the div, in the render method, in the div tag we'll be having another div tag, and here we would like to display the message string hello. This dot state dot message, where message is the state property. So as soon we save the file and have a look at the browser, we should be able to see the text hello right above the click button. Now we will be binding the event handler, recollecting some of the facts from the previous videos. We have a on click attribute, and we'll be calling here this dot click handler, and so we would like to define a function named click handler right above the render method, and we would like to change the message property by having a call to set state method. So message property will be changed to goodbye. Now if we will be having a look at the browser and we would like to open the console, and in the console, now as now we are going to click the click button, the text is not changing from hello to goodbye. However, the application breaks here, and if we take a closer look at the error, it says that cannot read property set state of undefined. So now here we would like to console here, we would like to log this keyword onto the console. So using the React snippet CLG tab console.log, we are going to log onto the console this keyword. So now as we save the file and have a look at the browser and clear the console, and we click the click button, console.log this keyword, we save the file and we clear the console. So the application breaks and the error says that cannot read property set state of undefined. So here this keyword is undefined. So that is the reason why the event binding is required in React. Why do we need binding the event handlers? So this is the reason why event binding is required in React. We would like to delete this console message here now. So there are several ways to bind event handlers in React. Actually there are 4 ways to bind event handlers in React, and in this tutorial we are going to cover all of them. So the first method is to use the bind keyword, and we pass this to the handler. As soon as we save the file and have a look at the browser and clear the console, now when we click on the click button, the message is changing from hello to goodbye. So this is the first method how the event binding can be done in React, that is binding in the render method. But binding in the render method using the bind keyword has some performance implications, because whenever there is an update to the message property of the state, the component is re-rendered every time. So whenever we are having some nested children components inside the parent component, this might have some performance implications, meaning that as far as small application is concerned, it is a viable option, but in case of large and big applications, this might have performance implications. So now we would like to discuss the second method of how we can bind the event handlers. So first of all, we would like to comment this line and copy this text This is the second method, that is using the uh, arrow function. So here now, as the value to the in on click attribute, we will be using a arrow function, and using the fat arrow syntax, and here we'll be calling this dot click handler and parenthesis. Now we do not need here the return keyword or any opening or closing curly brace, because in the fat arrow syntax or the arrow function, we are having only the single statement. So as soon as we save this file and we take a look at the browser, when we click the click button, the message has changed from hello to goodbye as expected. So this is the similar to the first approach, that is binding in the render method. We can use this approach, second approach, that is using the fat arrow syntax or arrow function. But similar to the first approach, this might have performance implications in some of the scenarios. So now we would like to come to the third approach. So we would like to comment this again. Comment this, and again we will be copying this. We have seen the event binding in the render method. Third approach to bind event handlers is to bind the event handlers within the constructor. So button on click equal to this dot click handler. Now we would like to move to the constructor, and in the constructor write exactly underneath the state property message, we will be calling we typing this dot click handler equal to this dot click handler dot bind and this keyword. So this third approach is the approach that is used in the official React documentation. Now when we take a look at the browser and we click on the click button, the message has changed from hello to goodbye again as expected. So in comparison to first and second approach, that is binding the event handlers in the render method, instead we are binding in the third approach, we are binding the event handler in the within the constructor, and this is the approach that is being used in official React documentation and do not have any performance implications. So this is the best approach to bind event handlers, that is within the constructor. Now third method of binding event handler is to bind the event handler as a class property. So now we would like to comment this line, and we would like to comment this click handler method also, and now we would like to specify here the class property. So the fourth and final approach is to bind event handler as a class property. So handler, we would like to use the arrow function here, and opening curly brace, and here we would like to call set state, and we would like to change the message here from hello to goodbye. So there is an update to the state property message here. Save this file and have a look at the browser. Again, when we click on the click button, the message is being changed from hello to goodbye. So these are the 4 approaches that can be used to bind event handlers in React. And in most of the videos ahead, I'll be making use of these 2 approaches, that is third and fourth approaches, that is binding within the constructor and binding the event handlers as a class property. So this is all about binding event handlers or event binding in React. Don't fail to subscribe my channel, and I will see you in the next one.